What's up and welcome back to my channel. So I am going to talk about my pumping routine now that I am 4 months postpartum. I am down to 6 pumps per day. I exclusively pump and feed my baby breast milk. And so to start out the day, I wake up at 5:50 in the morning. I do not do a middle of the night pump anymore now that I'm 4 months postpartum. So I wake up and do my first pump at 6 a.m. And I do use my wall pump for this first pump of the day just because it is a large pump. I use this pumping spray. I got this off of Amazon, but I actually refill it with this liquid coconut oil. After I got my cup of coffee, then I sit down and I start pumping. I usually start with the bacon mode or letdown mode, which is cycle 70, and I use that on level 4. And then after a couple minutes, when I feel a letdown, I will switch it to cycle 54, and I will do that for about 20 to 30 minutes. I usually then rest for 10 minutes, and then I will pump again for 10 minutes doing that same thing, and then I will rest another 10 minutes and pump again for 10 minutes. So it's kind of over the span of an hour, but I'm not pumping for a full hour. It just really helps to make sure that I get my letdowns and I empty properly. This is what my morning pump usually looks like because I am going a whole 8 to 9 hour span without pumping overnight. So this is my largest pump of the day. And I am just making sure that I am measuring correctly. And then I will pour this into a large mason jar. And this is what starts my jar for the day. I do use the pitcher method. It just works out really well for me. And so after putting away my morning pump, I have my milk from the previous day. I will fill bottles every 24 hours and freeze the leftover also every 24 hours. So just once a day, I fill 6 bottles with 5 ounces. Alice usually drinks around 26 to 30 ounces a day. After getting the 6 bottles done, I put those in the fridge, and then the rest I measure in 6 ounces and I freeze those, which I just use the Motif bags that my insurance sent me for free. And after freezing, if I have a little bit left, if I usually have about 3 or 4 ounces left, I will pull from my fresh pump that I just did and fill it to 6 ounces and freeze. If I have only 1 or 2 ounces left, I usually just stick it in my bath milk jar. So I usually have a couple jars of milk in the freezer for bath milk. So if Alice drank a bottle and she has a half an ounce left or an ounce left, or just a little bit of milk left in a bottle, and I cannot use that for a next feed, then I usually put it in the bath milk jar so we can use it for baths. Now I want to say a big thank you to momcozy for sponsoring this video. They actually sent me this S12 Pro wearable breast pump. I already own the M5 pump, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So I am a huge lover of momcozy pumps, and I was just so excited when they reached out to me and they wanted to send me these. So this is the S12. This is like a pink ombre on the top, and I will be using this and the M5 in this video. So that way you can compare and see which one you would want to get for a hands-free pump. Now the S12 is just a 24 millimeter flange. I actually already added my insert because I wear a 17 millimeter. I just got these off of Amazon, so I can link the flanges down below if you need to have a different size. And what I really like about these is there is a timer on these. The S12 has 3 modes: stimulation, expression, and mixed. This naturally mimics your baby when they're feeding, and it has 9 levels, so that way you can figure out which level works best for you. These do charge really fast. They are full charged in an hour and a half, and one charge can be used for 5 to 6 sessions, so about 140 minutes. They are made with BPA-free food-grade silicone, and they are double sealed, so that way spills will not happen. Now, they also sent me this Jelly Strip Seamless Floral Push-Up Nursing Bra, which literally feels like butter. I have just been using some nursing bras that I had from Amazon, and I was so excited to try these bras out. They are so soft, but also the pumps just fit so well in them because of them being made specifically for the hands-free pumps. So right now I am putting in the S12 Pros so that way you can see how they fit within the bra. And these are just great because you can lean over, you could be cleaning and cooking and doing a whole bunch of stuff. I am always using my hands-free pumps while I'm doing things around the house. I can hold my baby in them. I can work on the computer. I can do chores. I can cook. I mean, literally hands-free is the way to go if you're an exclusive pumper. I want to do a video in the future about what it's like to pump while traveling. So if you are interested in seeing that, definitely drop a comment down below. Now, this is my second pump of the day. The first pump I used my wall pump, and then throughout the day, I usually use my hands free. So that way I can get stuff done while I'm pumping throughout the day. For this pump, I got almost 4 ounces from these S12s. Now, next up, I'm going to use my momcozy M5s. I bought this pump myself when I first became an exclusive pumper, and I absolutely love them. They are my favorite pump of all time. I have used these so much, and they come with this really, really cute carrying case. So if you ever need to store them, they also have the nipple size measurements. The flange sizes that are included with the M5 are 17, 19, 21, 24, and 27. So again, you do not have to spend extra money on getting a flange size that works for you. These also have a double sealed flange, and these are a little bit different than the S12 Pros because they mimic a baby sucking. So I feel like these are very light with sucking, but still very, very powerful. I definitely feel like other pumps that I've used just are sometimes too strong on your nipples, and these ones just almost feel like I'm not even wearing anything. These are also my favorite pump because of how easy they are. There are hardly any parts. As you can see, it's like 4 parts that you put together and you're already done. So I love cleaning these. They are so easy to clean. They're so easy to travel with. These also have 3 modes: stimulation, expression, and mixed, and 9 levels, which, by the way, I have gotten out so many clogged ducts with using level 9 with the M5s, which is just such a lifesaver because you can just turn it on, turn up the level, and your clogged duct is gone. I absolutely love how these fit in the bras. I am more of a fan of the pumps that don't have like something sticking out. I love that they're just like one big circle. And so these ones I wear so much. Like, these are my go-to. There is spit up on my shirt, but that's mom life. Sorry about that. Now, this is the pump from the M5. I do enjoy pouring from the M5 much more than I do pouring from the S12 Pros. I should also say the S12 Pros technically fit 6-ounce capacity and the M5s fit a 5-ounce capacity, but I have found with each pump that you can pretty much add just 1 more ounce to that. I do have a 15% off code from momcozy. You can use the code Wheelers if you want to check out both the M5, the S12 Pro, or grab a nursing bra. I highly recommend. Now, some of you might be wondering how I produce the milk that I produce. It all comes down to supply and demand in each person's body. I do drink an LMNT electrolyte every day in my 40-ounce cup. Hydration and eating enough calories is a huge factor in pumping, along with supply and demand and sleep. But I actually don't believe in any of the other hyped foods like oats and different things like that. It all really comes down scientifically to supply and demand, hydration, and eating enough. Now, my first morning pump was at 6, my second pump was at 9, my next pump was at 12, and I'm using the S12 Pros again. This is my 3 o'clock pump. I got about 4.5 ounces in this pump, and the pump before that, I think I had about 5 ounces with the M5. So I do feel like I get a little bit more in the M5. I think it empties me a little bit better. Now, when I am done pumping, I always soak my pumps in some hot soapy water. So I am taking part the S12 just to show you the difference in parts compared to the M5. This one does have a couple more parts. And so I do find that I enjoy just cleaning the M5 better than the S12 Pros. But again, these are both just really great pumps. All right, my last pump with the hands-free, I guess my camera wasn't on when I was pouring it, but this is from the M5, and I got over 5.5 ounces. So I think it's safe to say that I respond better to the M5 than I do the S12 Pro. And then my very last pump of the day is usually around 9:30, and I do a 20 to 30 minute pump with my wall pump just to make sure that I am empty before bed. I think I got about 5 ounces from this, and I end up pouring all this milk in my jar and filling up the dishwasher so that way I can start it and run it every single night. So that completes my day of pumping with 6 pumps per per day, I ended up making a little bit over 40 ounces, which I usually make between 40 and 43 ounces per day. So I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing how I am an exclusive pumper, and I will see you all in another video soon.